Hai, selamat pagi anda. Sedang menonton AWANI Pagi bersama saya Nur Syazwani Safisham. Saya kini berada di Georgetown, Pulau Pinang untuk saya bawakan cerita kepada anda berkenaan dengan sebuah organisasi yang mana mereka berperanan untuk melindungi kanak-kanak. Bukan sahaja kanak-kanak yang terbiar, tetapi dalam banyak hal juga yang mereka lakukan untuk melindungi kanak-kanak ini. Saya kini berada di kediaman Children Protection Society. Banyak cerita dan juga objektif utama penubuhan persatuan ini yang ingin saya kongsikan kepada anda. Jadi pastikan anda terus bersama kami dalam AWANI Pagi hari ini. Come, give me the racket. Let's go play. You go there.
I know. Scissors, paper, start. Kickers. No,
For you, I go all the way from the house with the garden back to where we used to stay. For you, I go all the way from the house with the garden back to there.
Okey, seperti yang dijanjikan, pastinya banyak cerita dan juga mungkin objektif di sebalik penubuhan Children Protection Society ini. Dan bersama dengan saya hari ini istimewa adalah founder dan juga presiden untuk Children Protection Society atau lebih dikenali sebagai CPS sendiri. Kita bersama dengan Datuk Sri Nazir Arif. Assalamualaikum Datuk, how are you?
Assalamualaikum, I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, Datuk, thank you for having us here today. But of course, if we talk about CPS, maybe one thing that we really would want to know is what are the main objective and what actually really inspired you to, build this CPS up until today.
Okay. Well, we started 32 years ago, and at that time it was more towards neglected children, neglected and abandoned children. In the 80s, 70s, and 80s, factories were coming up. Penang was being industrialized, in fact the whole country, and at that time women went to work.
Yeah.
So the mothers went to work, the father went to work. So the children, a lot of the children were neglected. They had nothing to do when they come back from school, just eat whatever was there, and and then they go into all sorts of other things.
Yeah.
So there are those are cases of parents who are married, but they are parents who are divorced. The kids they just don't know what to do, so they are neglected, and so I had problems with my maid who had her children living with her mother, and she's divorcee, and nobody feeding them. So she was crying at night. So I was looking at how to solve the problem. Right? Yeah. They can't go into orphanages because orphanages have to be orphans, right? So I thought, I'll come up with this. Forming a society that can also have a home a temporary home for neglected children and abandoned children. So that's how we started, and I got myself a few friends, old friends, a few doctors, in fact, all the doctors, and we formed together. We formed this committee, we registered it, and so we got a home, we got a house, and then we started this, going around to talk to children. When we hear of anything from the social welfare department, we'll approach the people, and eventually the home evolved from that.
What are, I think, the biggest achievement so far now that this organization has achieved?
We have now a group of volunteers and people that is approachable, that can know how to deal with children who are neglected. So that is good, because at that time when we first started, nobody knows about all this. Nobody knew about it. Now it's now, especially now, like this year itself, with all the things coming up, right? We feel that the approach of CPS is going to be slightly changed to knowledge-based now.
Okay.
So that's why our KL committee is going to do a lot of programs on on the, not only the children but also on the helpers, the people that are looking after children.
Obviously, there are a lot of challenges that you have to face, and with that issues going on around at this time, how your organization try to face it?
No, in fact, it's easier now because now people are aware. It is no longer a society for something. It is something that's alive. The people have just realized that there are things happening to children that everybody is hiding or not telling or not malu. Malu tak mau cakap and all that. So now it's come out in the open. So, and the problems are, as quoted by my good friend, tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things in schools, in tough schools, terrible. I would not want to go deeper into that, but it's very sad. It's very, very sad. Right. So we want to expand and we want to get involved and get more people, more trainers, more people who can come in and help these children. So.
We know that in Penang, CPS is one of the well-established organization that helps with the children, protect the children. What are your future plans? We know that we have one also in KL coming soon. Ahead,
the KL chapter will look into information-based training, the trainees, and all that. It will be more information about children. Where to touch, who can touch, who cannot touch you, keep your distance and all that, This will be imparted into videos and publications that will be distributed to schools and everywhere, So they've been starting. We've got a good team in KL now, under Tunku Astro and Tunku Yasmin. So those people, they're very eager. And that's why we're helping them to start off and launch our program in KL. So hopefully everything should be, in a couple of months, I think we'll all be ready.
We will talk more with the caregivers later.
Yes,
and also the children here. Maybe lastly, Dato', what are your hopes in terms of making sure that all these children are given the right, I guess, care, love, not only by CPS, but if they would want to join venture together, work together.
No problem. I think my aim is my wish, God's wish is one day that our children of this country will be in a better position. And because the world is moving so fast and they've been left behind. And I hope parents will realize that you work, your husband work, you are working, somebody has to look after the children. You've got to spend a bit more time with the children. Just giving them food is not enough. You have to give them love, you have to give them confidence and all that. Then they won't stray away. These children are straying away from the house because there's nothing in the house. Right? You get nasi, you get one bungkus nasi, and then you watch TV. The mother's out. They come out because of the cost of living. Both parents have to it's a chicken and the egg thing, where do you get? But I hope there'll be more government involvement, more government help, and I hope politicians will take a bit more interest in children, right? As a whole, right? I'm quite disappointed the politicians are not really giving their time. They talk about all sorts of things. I listen to Parliament every day. They have to. These are children and their grandchildren. So sorry, I get a bit emotional.
Because it's them, it's the children.
They are the future of the world. The future is in the children.
Exactly.
Not in the adults, right?
Okey, bersama dengan saya tadi adalah Datuk Sri, founder kepada CPS, dan bersama dengan saya ketika ini adalah salah seorang ahli community untuk CPS di Pulau Pinang ini sendiri, Nawiza Arif, yang juga saya kira memang dah lama berkecimpung lah dalam badan NGO terutamanya di CPS ini. Thank you Nawiza for being with us today. I know this might be a new place for CPS. You guys shifted a few places before. But throughout all the experience you with CPS itself, how do you see the evolvement of this society that you are working with?
I was brought into CPS when I was 23 years old. That is what, 20 over years ago.
Okay, do not mention her age now. Okay.
And I graduated with a degree, and then when I came back here to Penang, my dad said, the first job you're going to do is to work in a children's home.
Okay.
I need you to do a little bit of charity work so that you will understand what I have done and what your grandma has done. Because we do a lot of charity work. Our family do a lot of charity work in Penang. So I said, okay. So I came to work here and I was not paid. But I did it because my dad said to do it. I did it and I learned a lot.
Okay.
I worked here for 2 years. And then I left for a little bit to have my baby.
Okay.
And I came back for the next 1 year, and then I left for good because I needed to get a proper job.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been attached to this place. I've learned a lot, and I've seen them moving from one children's home to the next. I've learned a lot about the procedure on if there's a case that comes in, what should we do, how we should approach the authorities, how we should handle the children. I think that made me become a little bit more human.
Okay.
You know, a little bit more human and a bit more
understanding on what really needed, especially
you know,
towards the care
correct
for neglected children, especially.
Yes.
There are so many factors that we have to look at. Maybe the one that you explained, it's more on sexual abuse. What about the children that are being neglected, abandoned? You know, there are so many things that needs to be discussed. Maybe we hope that whenever KL chapter is done, we will talk more on that.
Yes.
It's just lastly, Nawiza, maybe what are your biggest hopes in order to making sure that it's all become a reality, not just by CPS, maybe, you know, working together with other NGOs, ministries.
My biggest hope is for cases like this to be a bit more acceptable by the public. Like now when you hear cases, you know, cases like sexual abuse or rape and whatnot, people just sweep it under the carpet. So I hope, and this is not anything to do with being embarrassed or shy and whatnot. I really hope that the Ministry of Education, you know, the Welfare Ministry and also the police force would be able to come and help us solve this problem. We can, I mean, when we get cases about, let's just say raping and whatnot, yes, we know what to do. We have to go through step A, B and C, but then we get stuck in, you know, in D, and then we can't push it through because certain departments are not willing to open up. Yeah, so we need to actually break that barrier and try to help these children, because to me the children are the most important thing. They are our future.
The same thing as what Datuk Sri said just now. So later on, we will talk more on the facilities here. Maybe what CPS facilitate and also offers, especially towards the children here. So kita jumpa selepas ini.
Asia tumpuan utama dunia. Dengan ekonomi yang semakin rancak, pembangunan lestari dan tenaga boleh diperbaharui, apakah pula impak kecerdasan buatan AI dalam perkembangan teknologi dan masa depan pekerjaan? Kami mendalami setiap berita dan cerita. Saksikan diskusi, dialog dan laporan khas di Agenda Awani Asia bersama koresponden khas kami setiap Sabtu 9 malam di semua platform Astro Awani.
Apabila acara badminton tiba di Malaysia, ia adalah acara yang hebat. Pemain yang hebat.
There's the power, there's the big shot.
Aksi yang hebat.
Oh, what a shot that is.
Detik-detik yang hebat.
Look at that poetry in motion.
Kesemua ini terlalu hebat untuk dilepaskan. Kejohanan Petronas terbuka Malaysia 2025 secara langsung di Astro Badminton dan Astro Go.
Bersatu pertahankan hutan kita!
Kau tak tahu
Sejarah berulang kembali.
Okey, bersama dengan saya juga beberapa kanak-kanak yang berada di CPS ini, yang sudah beberapa tahun berada di CPS ini. Hari ini kita nak tanyalah apa aktiviti harian mereka dan berapa lama mereka berada di sini. So dengan saya ada dua orang kanak-kanak wanita. How long have you been here?
2 years.
2 years. Ever since you were
14.
14 years old. How do you feel being here for the past 2 years?
Okay lah. Happy. Enjoy. Yeah.
Do you miss home?
Yeah.
So how often does your parents maybe come and see you?
Holiday. Bring me go back also.
Also got lah. What about you?
I'm happy here because they are giving a lot of tuitions, and then a lot of activities going, such as hiking, swimming.
Do you miss home?
Not really much because my mom will visit me. Today also she came to visit me also. Yeah.
So if you were given a chance to later kan, once after everything settled, what do you want to be?
Me?
What are your ambition? Yeah.
I don't know, but my ambition is soldier.
Soldier. Wow, you?
I want to be a forensic scientist.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my ambition.
So later in future, if you've achieved your own ambition, right, will you come back here and help other children as well?
Yeah, sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Wow. Two certain answers from the two of you. So what are your hopes in future?
We hope that here there will be a lot of children will come here, and it will be beneficial for them. And then they also would learn more.
For all the good things to happen lah.
Yalah.
Okay. So itu antara saya kira perkongsian lah daripada adik-adik yang berada di CPS ini. Okey, pastinya untuk menjadikan sesebuah organisasi ini ia memerlukan pelbagai tenaga kerja, termasuklah dari pihak atasan sehinggalah ke pihak bawahan untuk memastikan semuanya berjalan dengan lancar. Tadi kita bercakap dengan beberapa individu penting, tak kurang juga pentingnya individu bersama dengan saya ketika ini adalah Miss Madeline yang merupakan setiausaha bagi CPS di Pulau Pinang ini. Miss Madeline, I've understood that you've been here for quite some time now.
Since its inception in 1991. I always have a soft spot for children. And when I was at school, 10 years ago, I was a chairman of the School Welfare Aid Society. And I saw challenges, facing poor students. There are struggles at home, being neglected, and I have this strong responsibility that every child should be protected and has a chance to feel safe and supported. That's the reason why I joined Children Protection Society. And over the years, I can see children cases are getting more and more complex, and bureaucratic processes can delay or complicate the issues instead of directly protecting the children and the families. So as I go along, I'm still learning, the process.
What are your hopes after this? In terms of to approach the child protection itself, and then also the care that it needs to be given to the children.
Children Protection Society started as a humble grassroots society committed to helping children at risk with a safe and supportive environment. And we hope to remain so for many years to come. But moving forward, we push advocacy movements, bringing awareness for stronger protection to issues related to children. And I think our objective remain the same. But beyond protection, we emphasize on the children's right and better practices by organizing awareness campaign forums where children can share their experiences so that the voices can be heard.
Okay, so hari ni Miss Surya will show us around and kita tengoklah apa yang ada. So technically, we'll start with the court first lah, Miss Surya.
Yeah, this is where they play during their playtime.
Okay.
It's a must that they have to come out at 5 and they have at least about 1 and 1.5 hours of playtime.
Okay.
You know, and sweat it out.
Yeah.
We also have all the other facilities here.
Okay.
So they will be, it's their playtime. You know, stress out, they de-stress themselves.
Okay.
He's our volunteer.
Hi, how are you?
Volunteer who comes often to give a free haircut. You know? Yeah.
Okay.
And she's Elizabeth.
Hi.
Yes. She's our social worker for the boys' side.
Okay.
And she's also our volunteer, regular volunteer for the boys' side. Yeah.
So this is the boys' dormitory?
Yeah, that's right. This is, we have 8 boys now.
Hello.
Yeah. And
say hi to the camera. Hello.
It's more like a, you know,
like a small dormitory.
Double deckers. Yeah. Since we only,
the boys sleep here?
Yeah, the boys are all here.
Okay.
I think we have 8, so 4 boys are here, and then we have a house father who comes. He comes at 6.
Oh, okay.
And he's in charge of the later part of the night.
Okay.
Like serve them food. Also, I think he does some little revision or whatever. Okay. And then he has to get up the next morning at about 5:30.
Okay.
Get them all ready.
All right.
And our first shuttle for school is at about 6:15.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
This is
the other
where
one. They have their meals.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all done at one kitchen, but here they come and the boys have it separately by themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. So they go through the kitchen. They don't have to come through the girls' side.
Okay.
So they pass through the separate entrance. But even though it is a common, they usually have their own meals at their own place.
Okay.
They don't come and, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they sit and have, unless there's a function, there's some activities, then celebrate together, we have it together. Otherwise, they are all on their own.
Okay. So the same door connected to the girls' dormitory.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Can we go?
Yeah,
Come.
sure.
So this is where?
This is where actually they do their schoolwork lessons in the afternoon.
Okay.
You know, but night they do it upstairs.
Upstairs.
Yes. So here the volunteers and all, so they sit and have their studies here. Yeah.
Mostly parents that still come to see their children that needs to be advised on anything, it will be here lah.
Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, because it has to be a bit private.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So and also where the administration work.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, after you. We also want to ask you, what are the biggest challenges that you have to face throughout these 32 years you've been here?
Oh, challenges, huh? Challenges, usually we have like behavioral and then challenges from the parents. You know, we have challenges from the parents and then they have destruction, self-destruction is one sometimes we face, you know.
Yeah.
So, but of course we know what we get help from other agencies if it is a bit serious. Otherwise we will manage because most of the time they want attention. You know, most of the time it's attention seeking because they don't get it from.
Yeah, what are your hopes, you know, given you've been here for the past?
No, we are so happy that they get a safe place, you know, safe environment for them.
For Marriott, we are very much focused on being part of the community and taking care of the community. So we use Christmas as an event for us to give back to the community. And we use this part of Christmas as, how do you say, the essence of Christmas is giving to people. So we said, let's use this Christmas. Every year during Christmas, everybody spends a lot of money on decorations. Christmas is very commercialized. It's all about gifts and it's all about decorating, and then after Christmas is over, the decorations are either boxed up and put away. So what we said here is that instead of spending that money to do decorations for a period of 10-15 days, we would utilize some of that money that we earmarked for decorations and do something for children and for charity. So we came up with this idea of giving back to the community by doing something for children, and also tying in with the actual essence of Christmas. The actual essence of Christmas is called the joy of giving, and if Christmas goes back to many centuries about giving back to the community. So what we did was we said, let's do something that really makes a statement, a physical way of doing things. So we said, let's do a Christmas teddy bear. And why a teddy bear? A teddy bear is a symbol for children, which is a symbol of comfort. It's a symbol of security for a child. It's cuddly, it's universal. You don't have to speak any languages. It comes in all shapes and forms, and it is very easy for us to communicate that to a child. So we said, let's use this teddy bear concept. So we utilized the money that we were going to decorate for Christmas, some of it, and we bought these teddy bears. We custom designed these teddy bears with a Marriott. Of course, we want people to know. And we said, let's choose a worthy cause. And the worthy cause that we chose was the Children's Protection Society. So what we said is that we'll take the teddy bear, we take the cost of the teddy bear out and put a price to sell it to people and use that money and give all the proceeds of that money to a worthy cause. And we found that the Children's Protection Society in Penang had the right credentials for us to be part of it. And why Children's Protection Society? It's Christmas is a big time for children, usually all over the world. Christmas for children is Santa Claus, gifts, you know, something they wake up in the morning and they find something in their sock and things like that. So we wanted to bring that element into a child's life. But it wasn't only just giving a gift to a child. We wanted to make a difference to the child's life. So what we said, we'll work with the Children's Protection Society, and the money that we give to them goes towards educating a child or educating children from the Children's Protection Society. So how this works is you come into the hotel and you buy a bear, and your donation is all earmarked for the Children's Protection Society. And to make it more fun, we said, you know, something needs to be more than just giving the bear. So we put a specific number of bears on the tree that you see here, and we've got a competition which says, count the number of bears, and if you guess the right number, there may be a couple hiding in the tree, you don't know. So I'm very happy to say that these teddy bears have been oversubscribed. We set a target of 500 bears to sell, and we were supposed to start selling it on the 21st of November. We sold about 300 just before we even opened. So that goes to show that the people in Penang have got an amazing heart. And this has been a vehicle for us to really do something and make a difference to the children here.
Itu antara perkongsian lah yang dapat kami bawakan di Children Protection Society di Pulau Pinang ini. Pastinya banyak lagi kisah-kisah yang menarik akan kami bawakan dari semasa ke semasa, tapi saya kira itu saja untuk Awani Pagi hari ini. Sekian, saya Nur Syazwani Safisham. Kita jumpa lagi. Bye.